Good evening and welcome to the March 9th work session of the Gaston County Board of Commissioners. My name is Tom Kieger. I serve as chairman of the board as well as commissioner for Gastonia Township. I'd like to welcome our viewers and thank Spectrum Cable and AT&T for making this possible for our citizens. For our audience at home, I'd like to present your county commissioners beginning on my far right.
Alan Fraley, Cherryville Township.
Good evening, Chad Brown, Riverbend Township.
Good evening, Bob Hobus, Crowders Mountain Township.
Good evening, Tracy Philbeck, Dallas Township.
Good evening, I'm Ronnie Worley, South Point Township.
And we usually don't do this, but I'd like to just recognize our county manager, Dr. Kim Eagle, our county attorney, Jonathan Sink, and our clerk to the board, Donna Buff. If you would, at this time, would everyone stand for the invocation, which I will lead, and Commissioner Philbeck will lead us in the pledge. Dear Father, thank you for letting us gather here this evening. Let us give thanks for everything that you give us, everything that you allow us to do, and please allow us to make the proper decisions to the best of our ability so that those decisions affect all those that live in our county in a good way, something that is pleasing to you. And we ask these things in Christ our Lord. Amen.
If you would please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, the first item on the agenda this evening are proclamations and commendations. And I'm going to do the first one, which is the Governor's Volunteer Service Award. And after I read it, I'll ask Linda Slade to come to the podium to present the certificates and the proclamations to each of the folks that are being recognized. And whereas the Governor's Volunteer Service Award honors the true spirit of volunteerism by recognizing individuals, groups, and businesses that make a significant contribution to their community through volunteer service. And whereas any person, group, or entity from the public, nonprofit, and private sector may be nominated for an award through a county award coordinator. County award coordinators submit the top 10 volunteer nominations per county, and whereas there are eligibility requirements in several categories for the type of nominee, such as senior, youth, faith-based, family, groups, and businesses. Additional categories are based upon the area of service, such as animal, environmental, disaster, youth, preservation. County recommendations are reviewed by the State Commission and awards are given out in the counties. And whereas the United Way of Gaston County coordinates our county efforts, advertises, collects applications, and with the review panel makes recommendations to the state of North Carolina. Whereas due to the pandemic, the Board of Commissioners and the Gaston County United Way have coordinated to publicly recognize the 2020 recipients of the Governor's Service Award at tonight's Commissioner work session. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Gaston County Board of Commissioners congratulates and extends its deepest appreciation to William, otherwise known as Gus Anthony, Monica Knipe, Sarah Sorelli, Valerie Jefferson, and Doris Sellers, upon being named the 2020 recipients of the Governor's Volunteer Award, and further recognize the recipients for their outstanding and exemplary volunteer service to Gaston County. And this will be adopted at our voting meeting later this month. At this time, Linda Slade, would you and Barbara like to join or come on up to the podium? You've got the proclamations from the County Board of Commissioners there at your hand, and I know that you also have some other certificates, I think, from the United Way or from the Governor's.
from the governor's office.
Okay.
Thank you, Chairman Keeger, and congratulations to all the winners. As you know, and as was indicated, we were not able to have our formal reception, and thank everyone who received these awards in 2020. And as the pandemic has stretched on, we thought it was most appropriate for us to have an opportunity to recognize these volunteers in our community. As you know, 2020 has been a challenge for all of us, and we at United Way have certainly lost a lot of our volunteers, as many other organizations have, because they've not been able to do the work that's so valuable to many nonprofits in our community. Just to give you an example, in 2019, the value of volunteers to our organization alone was almost $38,000. So you can imagine when you're looking at the volunteer hours that go on in this county alone, how much value there is to those volunteers. So at this point, I'm going to call Barbara Yarborough, who has coordinated this program for us, to the podium to talk about the volunteers recipients.
Thank you, Linda, and thank you for commissioners for allowing us this opportunity. I have the joy and pleasure of telling you a little bit about these wonderful individuals who are receiving the Governor's Award. For almost 20 years, Attorney Gus Anthony has been a volunteer with the Gaston County Teen Court, a program that assists young people ages 12 to 18 who have been charged with a criminal offense. Mr. Anthony was nominated by Program Coordinator Wendy Wisnett. This program provides a means to hold youth accountable for their actions, but gives them the opportunity to have their records cleared. Mr. Anthony has helped this program from its inception in 2001, developing policies and guidelines, and has presided over many of the courtrooms since that time, offering encouragement to teen defendants. Teen Court has heard over 1,500 cases since the program began. Congratulations, Gus. If you'd come forward. Gaston County's Adult Nutrition Program provides meal services for older adults throughout the county. According to Amanda Dawson, County Adult Nutrition Specialist, Monica Knipe has volunteered for approximately 15 years with the meal site in Cherryville, and her work is much appreciated by the Meals on Wheels clients, as well as the site coordinator who uses her feedback to improve the services provided to clients in the area. As a Meals on Wheels volunteer myself, I know how much this means to the clients. Thank you, Monica. Please come forward to receive your certificate. As a guardian ad litem, GAL, Sarah Sorelli volunteers to help meet the needs of children who have been removed from their homes and are in the legal custody of the Department of Social Services, either residing in foster care or other family care. The GAL volunteers many hours during the month, visiting the children, appearing regularly in court, all to help determine what is in the best interest of the child. Gerald Mack, District Administrator of the program, states that Sarah is a role model for other guardians ad litem as she carries multiple cases at one time to support the children about which she is so passionate. From my own days as a guardian ad litem, I saw firsthand Sarah's commitment to these children. Thank you, Sarah. Congratulations. The Dallas High Shoals Christian Ministry is a longtime partner agency of United Way, and I first learned of them many years ago when I served on the allocations panels and later as a member of the United Way Board. Today, we have two recipients of this award for Dallas High Shoals Christian Ministry. Leah Hedgepath states that dependable is one of the best words she can use to describe Valerie Jefferson or Mrs. Val. As a volunteer with Dallas High Shoals Christian Ministry, nothing slows her down. Leah says her kind heart, loving spirit, encouraging words, and hours of work with donations and other tasks keep the organization running efficiently as the agency works to meet the needs of those less fortunate in the community. She also gives many hours to help the homeless, reaching more people with her kindness than she knows. Thank you, Valerie, for your service in the Dallas High Shoals area. Doris Sellers also works with Dallas High Shoals Christian Ministry, where she has volunteered for almost 10 years. Doris has helped as the organization has changed and grown, working in many areas of the agency, including packing food bags and assisting clients answering questions they may have. Doris, we thank you for your work. Please join us here to receive your award.
Say something.
I know how hard these folks have worked, and we've waited a long time, many months, to be able to give them these awards. We thank you so much for being here.
Before y'all leave, Linda, Barbara, and the recipients, would you mind coming up here so we can get a group picture of everybody?
They're gonna take their mask off, social distance.
Yeah. When you get up here, you can maybe flip your mask off for a second, if you feel like it.
Mr. Chair, if you don't mind, I'm going to join him down here.
Sure.
Gus looks like Darth Vader. Gus, you can keep yours on.
Don't pay attention to him, guys.
That's what I normally hold. Yeah, I'll have it. Gus is gonna ball.
Get sunburn up there, too.
Yeah. He
All right,
sprayed
thank
that?
you.
Is that a spray tan? Oh, one more.
Alan, redo.
Did we break the base camp?
I know. She was wanting that good spot.
There you go. Might want the lens on it? Yes. Take that lens off.
She'll know when she looks in there.
Nobody would call you out from this group anyway.
All right. 1,
Say,
2, 3.
Oh, I'm gonna give her a hard
Good.
time for that.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you.
At this time, I'll introduce Commissioner Bob Hovis for a commendation.
Certainly. I would like, I have Miss Donna Lockett here with me with Gaston together, and I'd like for our three individuals for the Martin Luther King Unity Awards to please join us up here as I read this proclamation. Then Donna's going to make some individual comments to better describe these individuals and something about them. Mr. Britton, you join us, please. And I'll read the proclamation. Just come up here in distance, whatever you folks feel comfortable with. That's why I'm on my mic. I can go all the way to the other side of the room if I need to. This is a commendation that the Board of County Commissioners wants to bestow upon these individuals who were Gaston Together's Unity Award recipients for Martin Luther King, the Martin Luther King Unity Award. I had the very distinct pleasure to represent the board in January at their event that was held, and obviously it had to be held virtual because we were in the middle of terrible times. I think the hospital count that one day was 127. I'm proud to announce that today the hospital count for COVID patients is 18. It's amazing. The people in this county have done what they should and have really taken it serious, and I'm very proud to be associated with citizens who care about others, that take such action to really move us in such a positive way. It doesn't have anything to do with this, but this is small compared to what these three individuals are. But let me read our proclamation recognizing these individuals. Whereas the Gaston County Clergy and Citizen Coalition, better known as GC3, an initiative of Gaston Together, is a countywide non-denominational ministerial association formed in the late 1990s by Gaston Together. And whereas GC3 established the Gaston County Martin Luther King Unity Award in 2004 in honor of the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and to recognize current or former Gaston County citizens who have performed exemplary community service to help build bridges of unity across the lines of class, race, gender, faith, and or municipalities within our county. And whereas the Martin Luther King Unity Award showcases the humanitarian spirit of Dr. King and is presented annually at the Martin Luther King Plaza across the street here from us in downtown Gastonia on Martin Luther King Day. And whereas the Martin Luther King Plaza, located at the intersection of North Marietta and Long Avenue, was created by GC3 and features a monument with the words, "I have a dream," in 17 different languages and is engraved with the names of each honoree from its inception until today. And whereas the 2021 Martin Luther King Unity Award was presented to Gastonia Police Chief Travis Britton, the Reverend Dr. Rodney Freeman, and Mrs. Sharon Miller Thunderberg on Monday, January the 18th, 2021. And whereas Chief Britton, Reverend Dr. Freeman were honored together due to their work and partnership to promote, facilitate, and help spread community awareness of the GC3/Law Enforcement Covenant. Originally signed in March of 2016, Mrs. Thunderberg was recognized for her work with the Off the Streets Program Incorporated, a program designed to assist women in getting off the streets and becoming free from street life, drugs, and alcohol. Now therefore be it resolved that the Gaston County Board of Commissioners congratulates and extends its deepest appreciation to Gastonia Police Chief Travis Britton, the Reverend Dr. Rodney Freeman, and Mrs. Sharon Miller Thunderberg, upon being named the 2001 recipients of the Gaston County MLK Unity Award. This board further recognizes the recipients and the GC3 for their continued efforts to build bridges of unity in Gaston County and to be adopted at our meeting on the 23rd day of March 2021. I'm going to let Ms. Lockett speak some more about these individuals, and as she speaks to each one, I will hand them their certificate.
Thank you, Commissioner Hovis, Chairman Keeger, our commissioners, and County Manager Eagle. Thank you so much for this opportunity to publicly recognize again our 2021 Gaston Together MLK Unity Award winners. Commissioner Hovis has made a number of the remarks I was going to make, I guess because I provided them with some material. However, I'm going to try to pull out some things that he didn't mention. First of all, I do want to emphasize this is the 18th year of the MLK Unity Awards, and we began in 2004 by recognizing Senator Marshall Roush and Mr. N.A. Smith, who were the chairman of the 1960s Gaston County, or excuse me, City of Gastonia Human Relations Committee. The basic criteria for winning this honor is simply building bridges of unity. As Commissioner Hovis said, it is not civil rights work, it is just building bridges of unity, and that can be among faith communities, between genders, among ethnic groups, or, as he pointed out in our county, even the east and the west of our county. Former honorees are the selection committee for those nominated each year. This year, as he's already pointed out, we had 3 fabulous honorees, and I do want to try to tell you a little more about each of those honorees. We normally present these awards in alphabetical order. However, tonight, I'm going to start with Our Lady, Mrs. Sharon Miller Funderburk. She is the CEO and founder of Off the Streets program. As has been mentioned, a program designed to help women in getting off the streets and becoming free from street life, drugs, and alcohol. Tough love and strong leadership by Mrs. Funderburk has resulted in rehabilitation for many of these women, helping them re-enter the workforce and life as capable, responsible, and constructive members of society. Sharon has had her own experience with this part in life, and I think that's why she feels she's able to help them so much, because she relates to where they are. Over the past 17 years, she has helped to rehabilitate more than 1,000 women with a 90% success rate. And again, she attributes this success to the fact that she knows what it's like to be in their shoes. We're very proud of her and proud to honor her with one of our 2021 MLK Unity Awards. So, if you'd like to present her at this time.
I handed it to her while you were talking.
Oh, did you? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fine.
Okay, thank you.
As you talk, I'm going to move.
Great. And our next 2 honorees, Chief Travis Britton and Reverend Dr. Rodney Freeman, were actually nominated and honored together due to their work in partnership. They have together promoted, facilitated, and helped to spread community awareness of the GC3 Law Enforcement Covenant, which was first drafted and approved in March of 2016. And then, and I will say, I've given programs to each of the commissioners and the others at the front. And within the program is a copy of the covenant, and you'll notice that not only do we have the executive committee of GC3 signing the document, but our sheriff and all of our police, municipal and county police chiefs for Gaston County. We renewed this covenant in 2019 and had the new chiefs at that time signing the document. So with the help of Rodney and Travis, they have done exemplary work individually, but I think the main reason they were honored was because of the unique relationship that they formed between themselves to help our community. They have taken their work together and their respective networks within law enforcement and the African American community to keep the worst from happening in our county in the aftermath of the George Floyd and other killings, as well as the Confederate Monument protest that we all saw this past summer. To quote one recommendation for Chief Britton and Reverend Freeman, quote, GC3 was entirely prescient in the need for the covenant. These 2 individuals embraced, facilitated, and created out of whole cloth a movement that spared Gastonia the worst that could and might have happened, and lays the foundation for it to continue far into the future, continuing a proud Gastonia tradition of proactively addressing race issues in the spirit of the Human Relations Commission in the early 1960s. This person goes on to say, I don't think there can be any more deserving recipients of a Unity Award named after Dr. King than these 2 gentlemen, unquote. So, Reverend Freeman and Chief Britton and Sharon, if y'all would like to step forward and say anything? A minister that doesn't want to talk? Come on.
Oh, he's holding up for the last.
I just want to say thank you for this proclamation. I got a couple of these, and I didn't really know what they was, and my mama asked me what it was yesterday, and I had to look it up. feel a little bad about that. But I told her, I said, well, it's something important that they want to do, and I guess because of what I do in the community. She's like, well, just look it up. And when I did, she said, don't you mess this up. I don't know why she said that, but she know me, so that's probably why she said it. But again, thank you. I want to say thank you for everything that I've done. Y'all guys are amazing. I appreciate everything that the county does. I live in the best city ever, ever, ever. I just need to put that out there for y'all, because I've been in Gaston all my life, and I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Let me say thank you guys so much for just the recognition and the honor for the work. Believe me, do not do it to be honored. Do it because I believe in people. I believe in oneness. I believe in unity. And I just believe that the only way that this is going to happen, it has to be intentional. And it just happened to be that me and Travis formed a relationship due to this covenant, and just by sitting down and having a conversation. And just the fact of having a conversation and seeing that, yeah, there were differences, but also understand that there was a commonality that we had. And we just took that and built upon and decided that we would go forth to try to do what we could while we were here as leaders within the community to help to bring the community together and to be able to help to resolve many of the issues that transpires with race. And I'm grateful and thankful for your recognition. And again, thank you.
Chairman, Commissioners, and Commissioner Host, thank you so much. I decided to go after a pastor because I knew it'd be tough to follow up, but make it quick. Again, just to reiterate what Rodney said, not doing this for recognition, doing this for the community, and it's something that is important to us and will continue to be. I guess the best way to wrap it up is to say that a lot of work has been done, but we still have a lot of work to do, and we certainly appreciate the recognition. Thank you.
And on behalf of the county, I'd also like to thank Ms. Lockett and the executive group of Gaston Together for taking on this sponsorship of this effort and doing the things that they do in our community. We're just fortunate that we have people who are involved and want to work and want to find solutions and want to work together. That just makes Gaston County better, and we're just very fortunate. Thank you again.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, folks, very much.
Donna, this is yours.
Come on up here.
You want to? Yeah, sure.
My mistake. My mistake.
We got Miss Gastonia. Come on up here.
Go ahead, go ahead. Oh, sure. Donna? Yes, please. I'm gonna stand on the outside.
This way.
Over.
Slide. Keep going.
There we go.
We're close. Are we kind of?
You're
yeah,
good.
I think we're good.
Okay, thank you.
Good deal.
Glad we got to Lynn's off this time.
Thank you.
At this time, I'll ask Commissioner Brown to present a proclamation to proclaim the month of March as National Social Work Month.
Thank you, Commissioner Keeger. If you would please, Selena Pate and Paris Brown, please approach the honorable bench with us.
And anyone else that's with the
There's
group.
plenty of them out there, so come on. Got to get closer. You get paid more if you get closer. Come here and get on TV at least. Come this way. There you go, so we can see yourselves. Whereas the social work profession for decades has been dedicated to improving well-being and enhancing the basic needs of all people, especially the most vulnerable among us. And whereas this year's Social Work Month theme, Social Workers Are Essential, embodies the selflessness contributions of the social work profession to our nation during these times of unprecedented change and uncertainty. Working with families, schools, hospitals, long-term care facilities, and public health organizations to ensure the safety of the welfare of children and the elderly that are impacted by COVID-19. And whereas social workers also have been present in times of crisis, helping people overcome issues such as death and grief, and helping people in communities recover from natural disasters such as fire, hurricanes, and earthquakes. And whereas social workers have helped this nation live up to the values by successfully advocating for equal rights to all people, no matter the race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, age, or genetic information. And whereas social work in all parts of our society is to empower people to live the fullest of their potential, and whereas social work play a crucial role in our nation's healthcare systems and have played a key role in the nation's response to COVID-19 by helping individual families and communities cope with the pandemic. And whereas social workers are one of the largest groups of mental health care providers in the United States and work daily to help people, whether in person or remotely, overcome substance use disorders and mental illness, and such as depression, anxiety, will continue to stand ready to assist our nation in overcoming present and future challenges with compassion, empathy, commitment, and dedication. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the recognition of numerous contributions made by the Gaston County social workers and the Gaston County Board of Commissioners proclaim month of March 2021 as National Social Workers Month, and calls upon the citizens to join and celebrate in such support of social work profession, this to be adopted on the 23rd day of March 2021. So please accept this on our behalf. Speak, have fun.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good evening. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Dr. Eagle, and the Commissioners. It is my honor to accept this proclamation on behalf of the social workers for Gaston County Department of Health and Human Services. Social workers work countless hours in the community to assess the risk of harm, determining if children are being abused, neglected, and/or dependent. They are strong advocates for the children and families we serve as they deal with the daily challenges of mental health, substance use, and human trafficking, to name a few, within the community. We appreciate you and thank you as we will continue to stay committed to provide family-centered services to children and families to achieve well-being through ensuring self-sufficiency, safety, support, and permanence. Thank you again.
Thank you. Anybody else want to speak?
Thank you, Commissioners. I'm Selena Pate, and I direct the Meals on Wheels program. And I have two of my social workers here with me tonight, Amanda Dawson and Maren Brown, who represent our aging population and do it so well. And it warms my heart to see young people who want to enter into the field of social work and serve our elderly in our community. So I believe that Amanda has a few words that she'd like to share tonight.
Mine's really just short and simple and to the point. All I want to say is on behalf of the Adult and Aging Services staff, we would like to express our appreciation to be able to receive the Social Work Month proclamation. We are proud to be a part of such a great organization and to help the aging population of Gaston County. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, certificates of appreciation for public services are given out. It is a great pleasure for the Gaston County Commissioners to honor citizens who have unselfishly given of their time, talents, skills, and energies in service as an appointee to one of our various boards or commissions. This type of service is the foundation of our citizen involvement in our county government and is helping to shape the future of our community. We gratefully acknowledge the work of the following individuals, and a certificate of appreciation is being forwarded to them and or their families. And I want to make a personal comment. These two individuals I have known for many, many years. I have served with them on various boards, and they were individuals who were exemplary of what we as a county have in our citizen groups. These are given in memoriam. Mr. Joe Carpenter, Economic Development Commission, and Mr. Michael Stanforth, the Environmental Review Advisory Board. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hovis. There is no one signed up for citizen recognition, so that'll take us to the presentation for the evening. And this is something that I just thought we could all benefit a little of if, when we have a short type of work session, maybe bring in the municipalities to give us a 15, 20-minute update on what's going on within their community. And Mayor Huff is agreed to be the first one to come on over and fill us in on what's going on in the burg of Mount Holly.
Well, thank you, Chairman and Commissioners, for having me here. Dr. Eagle, we appreciate the opportunity. A lot of friends up here, so I feel right at home. First off, I want to say thank you to our county police and sheriff's department and all the support that we've received. Officer Tyler Herndon lost his life December 11th, 2020 in the line of duty. And it's been tough, not only for the family, our police department, those officers who were on scene when that happened, as well as our community. So we want to thank all the support that we received really from every department in the county. It was pretty amazing, and we're very appreciative of that. We are in the process of putting together a memorial. Last night, our council approved the Mount Holly Police Department Memorial Plaza, which I think will be on your screens momentarily. I was asked by the council to appoint a committee to come up with a design for the plaza. They've been meeting for several weeks, and we hired McAdams for our conceptual design. We've worked with them on past projects. We want to dedicate this plaza on the end of watch anniversary date of 12/11/2021. We are going to undertake a fundraising effort in the community. I don't know if you know these, but bronze statues are not inexpensive. So we are excited about the design and understanding the cost involved, but definitely worth the effort, not only to honor Officer Herndon, but also our police department and stand behind them every day. So we'll be using a nonprofit to help us collect that. House Representative Torbett has been instrumental in providing us guidance to have a 5-mile stretch of road on Highway 273 starting at the I-85 bridge, runs through town to Freightliner to be named in honor of Officer Herndon. So there'll be a 5-mile stretch. That is before the North Carolina legislature now to be voted upon. Update on greenways. We have now 4.5 miles of trails in Mount Holly that are both paved and rock. We also have a dam park, which we're very excited about. I know some of the commissioners have been there when we dedicated it. It is now part of our trail system and also offers 3 miles of mountain biking trail. City Manager Adrian Miller from Belmont was just on there, posted on it on Facebook, so we appreciate that, our brothers and sisters over in Belmont. But we're very proud of that. We're getting ready to open the last section that has been completed. We have one more section to go, which includes a bridge over to Dutchman's Creek, and so we'll then be connected almost from Lucia River Bend Highway down to close to the YMCA. So we're working in that direction. So this will be a premier greenway on the Catawba River, and it's so exciting to see the Carolina Thread Trail come together as those were envisioned. So next is the greenway that we want to complete we will have completed between Tuck Park and the Dutchman's Creek River Street Park, so you can walk right through the town. So I'm going to turn it over to our city manager, Miles Braswell, for his comments.
Thank you, Chairman Keeger and Board of Commissioners and Dr. Eagle. I first want to say just thank y'all for committing your time and your effort to serve the citizens of Gaston County. It's an honor for Mayor Huff and I to be here to update you on the city of Mount Holly. It's a privilege to work for the mayor, city council, and the citizens, and the outpouring, just like the mayor talked about, the outpouring of support really shows the caring compassion that we have in Mount Holly. So to get started on a few updates, we have several infrastructure projects that we're working on right now that's preparing us for growth. You probably know about the Charlotte Water Mount Holly Force Main project. That's where we are taking our sewer and decommissioning our wastewater treatment plant, taking our sewer over to Charlotte Water. We received a loan from the state for $18.85 million. We plan to decommission our plant sometime after we send the flow over. Charlotte Water is working with their design build team at this time to finalize the design, and then it'll set the schedule. And we think that it's probably going to be 2024, 2025 before that valve is actually turned and we can send our flow over there. We're also working on what we call our South Gateway sewer. South Gateway is the area as you exit I-85 onto Highway 273. We have a lot of land on the water out there that is prime for growth, and so for development to occur, we need to send our wastewater through a normal sized pipe to get to our wastewater treatment plant. We received a SRF loan from the state for $4.7 million for that project. That's 9,100 linear feet of 12-inch force main. We've already obtained all the easements that we need to. We bid the project 2 weeks ago. It is under budget, so we're happy about that. And so we're going to move forward with that project. And if you've been through Mount Holly lately, you notice that there's a huge highway construction project taking place. It's almost complete. We're almost there. We've heard from the state that it'll probably be this summer. We're thinking May, June, July, somewhere around there, early summer, when it'll be complete. But it is 1.3 miles. It's 4 lanes of divided median. We plan to landscape the medians. We upgraded some of the mast arms at the intersections to make it look really nice. Sidewalks on both sides of the street. And so we look forward to that project being complete and all those orange barrels out of our town. So that kind of leads into where we are with development as far as like residential construction and some commercial construction. Currently, there are 5 developments taking place, and they're in multiple stages of completion at this time. Imagery, there's 510 total lots there. They're about 59% complete. River Park subdivision, there's 361 lots. Water's Edge, 300 lots. Ryan's Estate, 55 lots. And Beatty Woods, 108 total lots. So that's over 1,300 residential homes that are on the ground right now, and development's taking place. Since this past year, we have annexed 4 other developments for a total of 464 more homes. Azalea Ridge is on Charles Jonas Highway. There's 134 lots there. Sycamore subdivision, that's 30 lots. Moreland Oaks, 138 lots. And then Leecroft is 162 lots. So with our existing and our annexations that are taking place, that's 1,800 new homes that will be built in Mount Holly over the next few years. We're also getting a lot of interest from other developers. Our staff is working with 5 new single-family residential projects right now, which includes over 1,500 homes for those as well. So, and one project alone is 600 homes, and it has a commercial component with that. And so that's really what's taking place on the residential construction side. For commercial development, we have 4 new restaurants that will be coming to town. Bojangles will be opening by the end of summer, we think. Staff has been working with corporate representatives, finalizing the design, and that's going to be on Highway 273 in the South Gateway area, right there at the intersection of Pearl Beatty Road. Dunkin' Donuts, they've received approval for construction, and it is going to be a standalone building. It should be complete in about 6 months, and that is just 2 lots over from where McDonald's is currently located. We have a Waffle House that's coming. They closed on the property. It's the 6th and the last restaurant approved by their corporate office for the Charlotte region. So they're hopeful to have the plans approved by this coming fall. And that's on Highway 27 and 273, that intersection near the Caramont Hospital. And we also have a Taco Bell coming to town. We're working through due diligence with staff right now. And so plans for submittal will be coming soon. So Mayor, I'll turn it back over to you at this time.
All right, I won't take but a few more minutes. If you're coming to Mount Holly, you may have a tough time being on a diet the next several months. But as you see, we have a lot of growth opportunities. We're more excited about the commercial opportunities as a tax base. We obviously have a lot of residential growth, but the commercial industrial growth is what we're excited about, especially at the beginning of the growth of the South Gateway. So balancing growth, keeping a small town character is what our residents really have told us they want. And so we're looking toward the future, which is very bright. I appreciate the opportunity to be here. Thank you so much for asking us, and y'all have a great evening. Thank you.
All right, hold on just a second there, Mayor.
Okay.
Let's see if there
I
are
don't
any,
want a picture with you, so that's okay.
see if there's any questions or comments from the board.
You guys are doing a fabulous job, is all I can say. Keep up the good work. Very excited about that first corridor there off the interstate. There's a lot going on, and you guys have been resilient in keeping that area ready to roll. So thank you guys for what you do. Appreciate it.
I think Mr. Brown forgot to say how excited he is about the Bojangles and the Waffle House coming in.
But hey,
Hey, at least you won't be able to take.
That's just the tip of the
you won't get
iceberg of
Chairman-
getting
You won't
even.
get Chairman Keeger's
you
seat
did
at
mention
White
you had
House.
4 new bars, so that's enough.
so good.
Yeah, don't come to the Smoking Barrel hungry.
In less than a minute, tell us what's going on with, 273, I guess, the development of that, the completion of it. How's it
You talking about
flowing?
the road itself or the business development of it?
No, talking about the construction of the road.
So we expect that to be open midsummer. So we're looking at May, June, July. So the construction will be complete. Obviously, the new hospital is being built, and that will come out at the light there at the YMCA Drive, which is going to bring a tremendous amount of traffic to the area. So that's something that we're trying to balance right now. Did that answer your question,
Yeah.
Chairman Keeger? Okay.
It'd be nice to be able to get in and out of Mount Holly without barrels, and I
Well,
know
we're gonna have a bronze barrel put up in the medium.
Mr. Worley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Well, Mayor, Manager, I come to Mount Holly pretty frequently. I don't know whether you know.
He needs a haircut.
So I appreciate the new restaurants that's coming down there, and the existing ones are real well good too. So I always there probably 4 or 5 times a week in Mount Holly, and it is a lot of progress, and there's always something going on. So I know y'all are excited about the construction project to be finished up. The mast arms are going to be beautiful there at the intersection of Rankin and 73. So y'all doing a great job, and thank you for all you do to help make Gaston County. That's the gateway right there. Y'all are the gateway coming in. So.
Thank you. We appreciate those
Tremendous.
comments. Thank
Well,
you.
we were told Charlotte was the gateway. Well, yeah,
Gastonia is the gateway to Charlotte.
That's right. No, Charlotte's the gateway to
Gastonia, that's right. That was great, Saturday Night Live. Now, whoever did that had to have local knowledge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty impressive.
One of the
what they
writers
did.
went to school in Charlotte. They said that's how that got
Oh,
over there.
okay. Oh, that's neat. That's really neat. We do have a surprise coming. We weren't allowed to talk about it tonight. It involves a place where pets used to be in downtown. It's very positive. So you'll be hearing about that real soon.
But you're not going to tell us now?
No, I'm going to make you
Then
wait.
why would you bring that up?
Well, it's exciting. The closing on the property is coming up in the next month. Once they do that, it's really going to kickstart our downtown even more. If there's one thing I've heard, more restaurants. Yeah, right. Well, yeah, we have a few of those too. We're the last place to let you down and to go for a diet. That's right. Yeah, we are. They're very successful.
All right. Well,
Anything
we
else?
appreciate you coming out and hope you have a safe trip home.
Thank you so much. Appreciate the opportunity.
Is there anything else that needs to come up under other matters at the moment? All right, thank you for watching. This concludes our work session this evening, and the board's special meeting will follow immediately. We're out and we're in. I'll now call to order the March 9th, 2021 special meeting of the Gaston County Board of Commissioners for consideration and approval to establish an intergovernmental and interagency task force on homelessness in Gaston County. Before I take a motion and a second to have discussion, I'll just add a little background. Homelessness is a concern in Gaston County just as it is nationwide. In order to better understand the extent and challenges of homelessness here in Gaston County, to coordinate with ongoing efforts, and to develop or reinforce action steps to reduce homelessness, the County Board of Commissioners is creating the Intergovernmental and Interagency Task Force on Homelessness, which will further be called the Task Force. And I will be appointing Commissioner Tracy Philbeck to chair this task force. The task force will address concerns about homelessness in the county and produce a written report to be presented to the Board of Commissioners and the board or council of each city and town within the county by the end of November of this current year. The task force will include, at a minimum, a representative of the Board of Commissioners who will chair that task force, a representative of the elected board or council of each of the cities or towns, a local faith community representative that geographically represents the county, county health department representative appointed by the county manager, as well as a social service representative, Gaston County Police Department representative, United Way County representative, the Gaston County Salvation Army representative, Gaston Lincoln Cleveland Continuum of Care Planning Committee, and Catherine's House Sisters of Mercy representative. At this time, I'll entertain a motion for discussion.
So moved.
Mr. Brown makes the
Second.
motion, Mr. Fraley makes the second. Discussion. Mr. Philbeck. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, I was just going to be very brief, Mr. Chairman. Apparently, this issue has got out enough. I had 2 phone calls literally while I was sitting in the parking lot waiting to come in. 2 different individuals that are interested in this task force. So I think people outside, they recognize there's a problem, and they both told me that they really appreciated the work that the board's doing to establish this committee and be willing to serve. And I have names to the committee chairman, Mr. Philbeck, if that's going to be you, so later on. But this has already drawn attention from folks in our county, one minister and another private individual. Thank you.
Mr. Philbeck.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'll keep it very quick. First, I want to thank Dwayne Burks, who has numerous phone calls and emails, who's tried to work throughout the county to address this issue, and hopefully our goal is to just provide some type of leadership, resources, bringing people together, and hopefully make an impact when it comes to homelessness in Gaston County. It's really that short. I would like Dr. Eagle, if she'd make just a few comments, if that would be okay. And I wanted to thank her as well. She was very instrumental in putting the bones of this together, and I'd like to thank her.
Thank you, Mr. Philbeck. Just to add a couple of brief comments, we do have a stipulation for the municipalities, if we do have those from the 13 that choose to opt out, that is an option. Can you hear me now?
A little better.
So we have done some research at the staff level to secure a professional facilitator. If you remember John Bennett, he helped facilitate in previous exercises. He's from Queen's University. We're talking with him about serving in this role. We want to make sure that we have a robust schedule in terms of milestones and activities leading to the November deadline. So with that being said, appreciate the opportunity to help convene the discussion across the county, and we will assign someone from staff to help support the effort.
Thank you. And I'll just leave you with this comment. This is not going to be a fluff committee. That's the best way I can say it. We are trying to put together a well-organized committee with the right facilitators, and to have a written report that can actually bring about some type of change. in our community. So I think it'll be a good thing. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Brown?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I guess I want to just add one thing to that committee, if it's possible. At some point, they bring in, I know we talked about a county police officer or someone being involved, but I think the boots on the street in the municipalities know a lot about the homelessness and what's going on as far as where they're at, what's going on. I think that needs to be one part of one meeting or something that you can put in there because and I guess go ahead and get this out because that way they can gather the information. While it's cold right now, we can figure out some of the things that are going on because the municipalities do have a better handle, I think, on what's going on because of resources that they can get to. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
One more thing.
Go ahead.
Just a little tidbit that I learned just by kind of talking to some of the folks putting this committee together. Homelessness, children make up 30%. And that's just a number I didn't really think about, to be quite honest with you. And a lot of times if you're driving down the road or you're in a municipality and you see homeless, a lot of times you don't see children. But that is a large number. And I really do think we have a great opportunity to make an impact in areas that I think we're really not even thinking about at the time. Thank you.
All right, the motion is to establish the task force, and I will be appointing Commissioner Philbeck if it's approved as chairman. If there's no more discussion, motion was made by Mr. Brown, seconded by Commissioner Fraley. Okay. All those in favor? It's unanimous. This concludes our special meeting for this evening. Our next regular meeting is Tuesday, March 23rd, right here in the public forum room at the courthouse. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please contact our clerk at 704-866-3196. Good evening.